Baruch, good morning. We're going to go through now a couple halachot that have to do with Erev Yom Kippur, the Eve of Yom Kippur, and then Zot Hashem tomorrow we'll start the halachot of Yom Kippur, which are very important that we know. The Eve of Yom Kippur is interesting because it's a day that we do not say Tahanun. We don't do the confession, we don't do the Nefilat HaChaim, and the question is obviously why not? And the answer is because Yom Kippur is really a holiday. It's really a moed. Yes, it's a day that we confess, that we announce our sins, and we're asking for atonement and forgiveness. However, it is still a holiday. And like every holiday, the eve of the holiday, the whole day, we do not do tachanun. The eve of Shabbat, we only don't do tachanun the mincha preceding. So Friday mincha, we never do tachanun. But on a holiday, on a Yom Tov, since it's more rare, and it's something that we're extra happy for, the whole day before, we do not do tachanun. And therefore, the eve of Yom Kippur, tachanun will not be done at all. The same halacha is by the selichot. The selichot also, tachanun will not be done unless it is done before Amud HaShachar, the selichot. Next halacha is Hatarat Nedarim will be done again Erev Yom Kippur, and our minhag is to do also Hatarat Nedarim as well as Hatarat Kelalot that we'll have in the back of our books. The next is it proper to, if possible, go to visit the Kivrei Tzadikim, to go pilgrimage by Tzadikim who passed away, going to the cemetery. If there's tzaddikim, great. If not, just going to the cemetery, similar to Erev Rosh Hashanah, it's proper to try to go to the Eve of Yom Kippur as well. Now here's a halacha probably most won't like. There is a prohibition to work the Eve of Yom Kippur. Now this prohibition is not like Shabbat where it's only from midday and on, or from Mincha Gedolah and on. It is really the whole day. Now the same thing like in the Eve of Shabbat, that of Shabbat. If a person works, they're going against what they're supposed to do. If they have to do it, they don't have a choice, they could do it. However, it's written that Eno Ro'eh Siman Beracha from that money. That money is not going to be blessed. That money can be lost in something else. And the same thing is by Erev Yom Kippur. If a person has to work, he has no choice. Let's say he's going to lose his job, he'll be fired if not. So he has to work. He should know that the work that he does in that day is not blessed. However, he might have to do it so he doesn't lose his job. There would be an allowance to do that. But people who run their own businesses, who are able to make their own schedule, the Eve of Yom Kippur is not a blessed day to work. Why, you're going to ask? What's wrong with it? Why don't we start from midday? Listen to this following, it's very interesting. The Kaf HaChaim brings down that, and this we know, there's an obligation to eat on Erev Yom Kippur. The Gemara in Masechet Berachot, page 8, tells us and explains to us that one who eats on the Eve of Yom Kippur and then fasts on the next day, on Yom Kippur, it's as if both days were a fast day. It's better than fasting both days. It's better to eat one day, the first day, and then to fast the next day. So since we have an obligation to eat, and the obligation goes so far as much as possible. I remember in yeshiva, when we would be learning in the morning, we would be always eating either peanuts, raisins, candies, gum, non-stop. Because the more you eat, the bigger mitzvah. It's like every moment you're wearing a tzitzit, every moment you're wearing tefillin, you're fulfilling a mitzvah. Every amount of food or drink that you eat or drink the Eve of Yom Kippur is a mitzvah. So since you have an obligation to be eating and drinking, therefore, a person should not even be working. Look how interesting that is. So all the more so doing stuff that have frivolity and have nothing to do. Now, when it comes to the halacha of eating on Erev Yom Kippur, a person should ideally have bread meals, to do at least the minimum two, one in the morning, one by Seudat Mafseket. That's the rock bottom. The Ben Ish Chai brings, again, this is only according to Kabbalah, but it's something interesting to note, that a person should eat double the amount on the day, the 9th, and it's as if he's eating those seudot prematurely that should be fulfilled on Yom Kippur. So how many seudot is that? He says 5. Why 5? Because the two for that day, 2 for Friday, and then 3 for Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur is Shabbat Shabbaton. It has the elevation of a greater than Shabbat. How many Sudot do we do on Shabbat? 3. So to fulfill the 3 Sudot of Shabbat and the 2 of the day before, ideally, if one could possibly do so, they should eat 5 bread meals. 1 year or maybe 2 years I've done it. It's very, very hard. It's very, very hard to do it.
Why 5?
I just explained 5. 2 for Friday and 3 for Yom Kippur itself. So that now you are fulfilling eating 2 days worth in 1. Bezat Hashem will have the merit to fulfill it. Two last minhagim that we have is to go to the mikveh, Erev Yom Kippur. The men should go to the mikveh, obviously without making a bracha. And then the last tradition that we have on Erev Yom Kippur is to do malkut. That means we go with a friend, you go with a fellow, you pull up your shirt from your back. You bend over. Now, ideally, when one is doing it to you, you're supposed to be doing tahanun. So the person that's being hit is bent over and he's confessing, and then the one that's hitting it starts on the left, vehu, to the right, rachum, yechaper, avon. You say that pasuk 3 times. 13 times 3 is 39, just like alluding to the 39 lashes one would receive in the temple after they were warned by the Bet Bezat Hashem. So these are the minhagim for Erev Yom Kippur, and Bezat Hashem we will fulfill it. Mincha Arvit tonight.